Well, I think it has to be the thing that most people see, which is the long grips. You know, they're very noticeable. They kind of market themselves. It's kind of one of those things where when you see someone else with a pair of Folkrm poles, you walk up to them and you're like, yo, how do you like your poles? And it's like kind of a conversation piece, like an icebreaker sort of situation. So that was kind of the first thing for me. And then other than that, it was just like the people behind the brand.
My name's AJ. I founded Folkrm about 5 years ago. Did a trip over to Europe, saw a bunch of Europeans skiing with long grip ski poles. A bunch of people were talking about how they're paying hundreds of dollars to like import some poles over from Europe. And I felt like there was an opportunity to bring that style pole here to the States.
Cool, got that done. Yeah, this is the messy guest bedroom where Folkrm started. These are like one of the first samples that I ever got made. And yeah, there we go. There's the samples of today's poles. Pretty close. Yeah, we've come a long way.
The first thing that Folkrm did that helped put us on the map was to start to bring on sales reps to expand our retailer base.
Check out this thing. New sign. Uhuru Mountain Collective. The creative space. My tiny little desk that I have right now. Well, my name's Mallory, and I work with Folkrm as a sales rep. Folkrm is one of 9 brands that we rep, and Folkrm is the longest standing relationship that we've had with the brand. So yeah, it's been a really cool journey just to like see Folkrm go from this like super small 2-person team that makes 300 poles all the way up to where we are now, where we're producing and manufacturing a couple thousand poles every season, and we have a pretty large athlete team, and we have product designers, and still a very grassroots kind of independent brand, but we're on the up and up and we're growing, and I'm super stoked about that. So I first met AJ back in 2020 when Brodie and him first started the brand. That's kind of where it all started.
Hey there, Mr. Brodie.
Yeah, come on in. It's a bit of a mess, but my day job is I work for a foiling company that I just started with another buddy of mine. Here's some of the boards. The main thing I'm doing is the foils, so I have a background in composites. Previous to that, I used to design a lot of the wings and kite control systems, so a lot of ergonomic pieces, plastic injection molded pieces, things like that. When AJ was starting up Folkrm and looking for someone to kind of help him with some of the, grips and poles and whatnot, he reached out and I kind of had the skill set to help him out. Totally. Yes, I mean, they're both things that you grab. We decided to go with covered in EVA. So we had this sort of textured EVA on the bars, but the biggest thing was a lot of poles have a round grip. If you look at like the standard EVA pole, it's perfectly circular. And AJ's original sample was also perfectly circular. And if you look at your hand, it's not round, it's an oval. So when we designed the grip, you can see it's wider than one way than the other. And that just fits your hand really nice and comfortably. And then also when you're touring, you're not necessarily grabbing the pole really hard. You're sort of rotating it in your hand more, and this just kind of lends itself more nicely to pivot in your hand. Shift your grip. You just move around in the mountains and not really have to think about what you're doing.
Who else involved with Folkrm?
No, me, AJ's sort of the head, Mallory's the sales guy. Is that it? Oh, Hap. The guy you'll get on the phone if you call and need help with the product. And Hap will probably just send you a free pair of poles because he's the nicest guy ever.
If it's Hap, you know it's me, because there's not many of us. I'm AJ's dad. And I do customer support for Folkrm. My job is not to be too business oriented, but to make sure everybody's happy with the support of Folkrm poles. The best thing is just to get the people the response they need as soon as possible. It's epic. And nobody'd hire me to do this anyway, so I do it for just fun.
Core tenets of Folkrm: no whining,
And always make sure you're staying in the optimal heart rate zone.
Oh, holy grabby.
The official gummy partner of Folkrm. We have unicornlicious gummy bears. Cotton candy, blue raspberry.
For the last 5 years, Folkrm has really just been this ski pole brand that had long grips, and I'm really excited to show everyone what we have been working on, and in the next 2 years, we're really gonna branch out from that. We've also brought on a couple other designers that are working on some really, really cool projects that are not only gonna bring us from winter sports into summer, but they're also gonna help us expand outside of poles.